JDev is back at it here to give everyone another Walking Dead Season 8 episode reaction video. But before I continue with that, it's extremely important if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching The Walking Dead that you take the initiative and pay attention to the episode title, which of course I'll put in the description for you. If that's the case and you find out that you're not caught up, I suggest, and so does everybody else, you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This is going to be The Walking Dead Season 8 episode number 11. The title is called Dead or Alive, or this will be my reaction, review, recap of the episode, which I've seen a few times, just doing a reaction to have it on my channel because it's not, and doing a reaction to the fact that they announced that Season 11 of The Walking Dead is going to be the final season of the main Walking Dead show, and I need to have every episode of The Walking Dead on my channel for you guys. Daryl with Rosita, Tara, and Siddiq lead the survivors from destroyed Alexandria towards the hilltop while avoiding Savior patrols, who are under orders to seek them out by Negan. Dwight has helped the Alexandrians by guiding them using his knowledge of the area, but most remain cautious of his advice since he was previously a member of the Saviors. They come to find the safest route is to cross through a swamp, and Daryl puts Tara in charge of protecting the survivors while he, Rosita, and Siddiq kill the many walkers half submerged in the swamp. Tara sees some walkers some distance away and convinces Dwight to help, but this is a ruse to get him away from the group and kill him. Dwight pleads for her to let him go, apologizing for killing Denise, but she fires a shot and he runs off anyway. Now, however, as she catches up to him, they see a group of saviors approaching as they're hiding in the bushes. And as the saviors come closer to where they are hiding, with Tara's gun pointed at Dwight's head, he quickly walks out of the brush and approaches the group, acting as if he managed to escape and reunite with the saviors. Then he draws them, the patrol, away from the Alexandria group, telling them that there's no Alexandrians in the swamp. He just came from there. When Tara returns to the group, Daryl scolds her. Daryl is irate, fearing Dwight could tell Negan everything, but Tara explains she now actually trusts Dwight and that he would not do such a thing. Well, that was an interesting switch. Daryl was all for Dwight, and now Tara's all for Dwight. Dwight and Daryl is not anymore. I don't know. And then we also have Dr. Carson, who helps the very ill Father Gabriel to escape the Savior Sanctuary. But Gabriel's fever is a problem, which has affected his eyesight, makes them lose their way. Gabriel then relies on his faith in God against Dr. Carson's advice, leading them to an abandoned house where they happen to find some antibiotics that will be able to treat Gabriel, his fever. But Gabriel will still likely go blind without additional help. After accidentally breaking open a piggy bank, they discover car keys and a map to the hilltop of all places, when it was once a museum. As they near the garage, Gabriel notices signs that the place is trapped just before Dr. Carson steps onto a bear trap, drawing walkers, and Dr. Carson's in trouble. He's fighting off walkers as much as he can. Gabriel's trying to get through this maze of traps, and he sees a walker on top of Dr. Carson, and just kind of closes his eye and shoots, and convincingly kills the walker. So that was pretty cool. And then they get into the vehicle, and unfortunately, a group of savers shows up to find them, and they are escorted away. Now, Dr. Carson notices one of their guards' guns in close reach and grabs for it, but the other savior reacts and shoots and kills Dr. Carson. You killed Maggie's doctor? Are you kidding me? So Father Gabriel's faith is now shaken, and he begins to cry as he is driven off by the Savior. So he can't believe it. He thought this was all part of God's plan, and this wasn't what he thought was going to happen. And then at the hilltop, Maggie reviews the state of their resources, knowing that with the Savior's prisoners, along with Gregory, they do not have enough supplies to last. So she considers cutting them off. Daryl's group eventually makes its way to the hilltop, where news of Carl's death affects the community, especially and particularly Enid is just devastated. Then Maggie decides to allow the Saviors to have limited rations and supervised time outside of their cage. And then Siddiq actually offers his services as a doctor to Maggie, while Morgan and Carol deal with Henry's lack of remorse after murdering Gavin. And Morgan at one point says, "You want to know who killed your brother? It was Gavin. You already killed him," when it was technically Jared, but they didn't want to tell Henry that. So now Siddiq is going to be a doctor, so we kill one doctor just to have another one. How convenient. This is The Walking Dead, that's for sure. And then at the sanctuary, Gabriel is put to work under Eugene to help the Saviors' ammunition manufacturing process at Eugene's new outpost, the Industrial Machine Shop. In advance of Negan's next offensive, when Eugene reports to Negan that their ammo will not be at full supply for several more days and suggests that they build the caplets instead, Negan comes up with a second plan to infect some of the Savior's weapons with Walker blood, straight out of the comic books, so that in the pending attack, they merely have to harm their foes to cause them to turn, rather than killing them. And that's how the episode ends. So, interesting episode. We didn't have Rick or Michonne, which is a little unfortunate, but there were some good parts in this episode. A lot of people don't like this episode. I like it. It's not great, but it's not bad either. I'm going to give it an 8.2 out of 10. I like some of the things that happened in the episode, although some of the stuff is so convenient, like Dr. Carson dying and then Siddiq's a doctor. And why would Negan put Gabriel to work under Eugene when they were part of the same group? That doesn't sound like a strong leader to me, because they could combine forces to team up against Negan. I don't know why he would do such a thing. I mean, he's got other Saviors there to watch him, but probably not the brightest idea. And as far as the character of the episode, there's a lot of people that could be in this episode. Everybody kind of did a little bit of everything in this episode. I'm going to give it to Dwight, because he stepped up and led the Saviors away from the swamp area where they could have harmed some of the Alexandrians, such as Rosita, Daryl, Tara, Tobin, Judith, all the other red shirt Alexandrian people that were part of that group, Siddiq. So, you've heard what I have to say. Guess what? It's your turn. If you're a fan of The Walking Dead and you like this episode, Dead or Alive or from Season 8, go ahead and smash that like button. And even if you don't like the episode but you're a fan of The Walking Dead, I want you to show your support and smash the like button as well. Don't forget to leave me a comment. And actually, if you know anybody that would be interested in this video, go ahead and share it with them. Again, leave comments, talk about the episode, score the episode, tell me what you like, or tell me anything Walking Dead related. And of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.